The stale air of the abandoned warehouse hung heavy, thick with the scent of dust and fear. Sarah pressed herself against a stack of forgotten crates, her heart hammering against her ribs like a trapped bird. Footsteps echoed from the main floor, the distinctive, deliberate tread of the Seekers. They were close. Just last week, life had been normal. Now it was a terrifying game of hide-and-seek where the stakes were impossibly high. The Seekers had emerged from the shadows of urban legend, a chilling organization that preyed on the unsuspecting. Their goal? To capture individuals and force them into the breathless trials. A sharp whistle cut through the silence, making Sarah flinch. It was a signal. They knew she was here. Panic flared, but she forced it down. She had to think. Her friend Jake had been caught 2 days ago. She hadn't seen him since, but the rumors of the trials, whispered in hushed tones among the few remaining free, painted a grim picture. A brutal, deadly contest of holding one's breath underwater where failure meant oblivion. Suddenly, a shadow loomed at the end of the aisle. A Seeker, tall, clad in dark utilitarian clothing, their face obscured by a hood. Sarah knew escape was futile. She had run, she had hidden, but they were relentless. With a sigh that tasted of defeat, she stepped out from behind the crates, her hands slowly rising in surrender. The Seeker merely nodded, a silent acknowledgement of her capture. There was no struggle, no theatrics, just a cold, efficient apprehension. Hours later, Sarah found herself in a dimly lit, cavernous space. Around her were other captives, their faces etched with a mixture of terror and resignation. Some stared blankly, others wept silently. In the center of the room was a large, circular pool, its surface disturbingly still. This was it, the arena for the breathless trials. A figure, clearly the leader, stepped forward. He was older, his face a roadmap of cruel lines, his eyes holding a disturbing glint of amusement. "Welcome, new contenders," his voice boomed, amplified by the acoustics of the chamber. "Tonight we seek true endurance. Only the strongest will survive." He gestured towards the pool. 2 by 2 you will enter the water. Last one to surface wins. The other serves as a lesson. Sarah's blood ran cold as she watched the first pair step forward. A young woman and an older man. They took their positions at the edge of the pool, their eyes locking in a desperate, silent challenge. At a signal from the leader, they plunged in. The surface of the water rippled, then stilled, reflecting the flickering overhead lights like a dark mirror. Minutes stretched into an eternity. The tension in the room was palpable, thick enough to choke on. Then a gasp. The older man burst to the surface, coughing and sputtering, his face red. The young woman remained submerged. A grim satisfaction settled on the leader's face. Without a word, 2 more Seekers moved towards the defeated man. Sarah averted her eyes, a knot of dread